Yeah, good morning, friends. Welcome back. Okay, so this is our second demo session. Just a second. Yeah, so as you know, this is our second demo session. So let us try to see a bit more about cloud computing today. Okay, so what we have discussed in our yesterday session, let us go back and have some basic revision. Okay, so yesterday we have seen very basics of cloud computing, right? Okay. Okay, before we go there, let me just, add some more details here about this particular course. This is your AWS course where we will see some basics of Linux and Windows servers. See, servers are the major part of our AWS actually, or servers are the major part of our cloud computing. Okay, so without having basic knowledge of Linux and Windows servers, it's very hard to do some services. It's very hard to learn some services. Okay. So we are not going in deep. If you want to go and learn the Linux administration and the Windows administration, I have a different package for that. I have different course for that. There you can learn the Linux and the Windows server. See, it is highly recommended for everyone to know Linux server, not only for your cloud computing, whatever you do in future, like, if you want to go with cloud security or if you want to go with DevOps or cyber security or anything, Linux administration is highly, highly recommended for everyone. Okay. And once you do the Linux administration, it will not be difficult for you to go with your Windows administration, actually, Windows Server administration. Okay. So I'll be taking Linux classes as well as Windows classes, Windows Server administration probably from next week. Okay. But as of now in this AWS, it is only basics. Okay. So the duration for this AWS is between 45 to let's say 50 days. Okay. Each class will be for at least 60 minutes. Okay. And as you know, every class is recorded here and all the recordings will be shared with you. Starting couple of recordings will be there on YouTube, like yesterday recording and today's session as well as tomorrow's session will be there on YouTube. But after that, once we start our regular classes, the classes will be directly shared with the people who have joined this particular course. Okay. And fee, it's very, nominal fees here. It is 5,000 Indian rupees. Fine. So this is some information about your course. I hope you know all these things. And coming to syllabus, I hope you have already received the syllabus from management yesterday. If not, at least once you finish this session today, contact them. Hopefully they will share the syllabus with you. And if you want to contact them, let me just share a number with you. There are many numbers, and this is one of the number that they use regularly. 809696. This is their number. Okay. Or if you have to get some other number, let me just add one more number here. This is the other number. Okay, so you can contact them on this number through WhatsApp or through call or message, whatever. They will respond you, and hopefully whatever doubts or whatever things you need to clear, they will clear everything. And remember, like yesterday I have shared something, I'm sharing the same thing again in chat box. If you have any doubts, you can simply contact me on this given details. Yeah, you can see the chat box there. I have just sent a message. So probably whatever doubts you have regarding codes or regarding technology or learning wise or whatever things, you can simply contact me on this particular given information. Okay, fine. Now, okay, so what is cloud computing? Remember what we have discussed yesterday? Majorly, we saw the concept of server yesterday, right? We said server is a very major part of our computer networks. Obviously, that is the main part. Okay. So we have discussed like there are two types of servers here. One is a hardware server and one is your software server. Hardware server is a machine, a physical machine. Okay. And software server is actually your operating system. Okay. So every physical server has the operating system installed in it. And if you go and see the servers across the globe in different countries and companies, you will see Linux servers and Windows servers commonly running in all the companies. Which servers? Linux servers and Windows servers. Majority of companies will go with Linux and Windows. Maybe in a company, there are, let's say 350 servers. Let's say medium level company. Out of these 350 servers, I can say 345 servers will use either Linux or Windows. See, small company, maybe they can go with complete Windows or complete Linux. But it's very difficult to imagine a company or a computer's network with only one server operating system. No, it's 345 actually. Yeah. So, like I said, it's very difficult to imagine a company with only one operating system. There will be multiple server operating systems for sure. Linux is famous in some, cases. Linux is famous for some applications. Windows has its own importance actually. Okay, so some servers are running on Windows Server operating system and some servers are running on Linux Server operating system. So across the globe, wherever you go, my friend, medium, big level companies, they will have multiple server operating systems. Okay, so if you know the servers very well, instead of very basics, if you know see, with basics, you can learn cloud computing, that is for sure. You can learn cloud computing with the basic knowledge of Linux and Windows servers. But if you want to get a good job or if you want to increase your job opportunities, then better go with the administration part. I repeat, better go with your administration part. Administration, if you add administration of Linux and Windows on your resume, it will put lot of weightage in your resume. It will attract more companies actually. Because in a company, like I said, if a cloud administrator is needed, at the same time, a Windows or a Linux administrator is needed. And just imagine if a company is looking at you for both the responsibilities. That's a great thing, right? Okay, so my recommendation for you is it's highly recommended for everyone to go and learn the server administration part. Okay, anyhow, so coming back to this, like we said, without servers, we cannot imagine our computer networks. Without servers, we cannot imagine our cloud infrastructure, right? Now, how we can take servers? This was the big question that we have raised yesterday. From where we can take servers? So basically, there are two ways actually. One is we can go with physical server, and the second way is we can go with virtual server, right? We can take all physical machines, okay? And how this physical machines looks actually. Let me just show you some more physical servers here. See, these are some of these servers. Can you see? Dell is a very famous company, right? Probably you have seen some Dell desktops or Dell laptops. It's a very famous company that manufacture laptops and desktops. Actually, it is more famous in server manufacturing. So what you see right now on your screen are some physical servers. These physical servers will cost a company like, huge money. It depends on the configuration. Remember yesterday I showed you some server which was costing you around $600. Some servers $2,000, some servers 5,000, 8,000, 10,000. It depends on the server hardware configuration. A company have to pay that much money. But coming to physical server, they look exactly like this. Okay, and there are different servers. Actually, there is something called rack server. There is some, we'll see these servers in great details in coming sessions. But as of now, this is your physical server. So a company can go with all physical servers, or a company can go with all virtual servers. So from where they can take virtual servers? They can take virtual servers from cloud. Maybe AWS cloud, maybe Google cloud, maybe Microsoft cloud, IBM cloud, okay, or maybe DigitalOcean cloud or any cloud. It doesn't matter. You can take the virtual servers from cloud. Okay, now there is a very excellent question coming here actually. Is it same way operating all the kinds of servers? See, physical server operating is done through the operating system. I repeat, physical server is just a machine. For example, I'll ask you a very simple question. Let's say I have a Lenovo laptop, someone is having Dell laptop, okay, and let's say someone is having IBM laptop, HP laptop. Like these are some of the very famous companies, right? In Lenovo, if I install Windows 10, and in Dell also if I install Windows 10, in IBM also let's say I have installed Windows 10. In every laptop there is Windows 10. Now, if I ask you a question, is it same operating Lenovo, Dell, IBM, and HP laptop? Your answer will be yes, right? Because you're not operating the physical machine, you're operating actually the operating system. You're using the operating system. So whether it is Dell laptop, whether it is IBM laptop, whether it is Lenovo laptop, the operating system will be same. So in the same way, my friend, if it is a virtual laptop or a physical laptop from IBM or HP or Dell, it has a Linux server operating system, so operating will be same. A virtual laptop or virtual server from, let's say, AWS or Microsoft or Google or any other company, it has a Linux, let's say Red Hat Linux server operating system or Windows Server 2016 or 2022 operating system. So operating will be exactly same. Got it? So these are some of the laptops we have, a physical laptop as well as a virtual physical server as well as a virtual server. Okay. Now, when you take a server, taking server is mandatory. Without server, we cannot store data. Without server, we cannot run applications. Without servers, we cannot manage our companies, users and groups and all the departments and everything. So without server, we simply cannot imagine a computer network. Okay. But with server, we have to go with some more other devices. What are the other things we need with a server? Let us try to analyze this. I'll go with physical server first. So let's say this is a physical server. Company can be any company, IBM, HP, Dell, Toshiba, any company. And the operating system can be, let's say, here it is Red Hat Linux or Windows Server 2022, whatever. So we have this server operating system here. Done. There is a server operating system and we have a server machine there. Now, can we just take a server machine and can we start running the applications? Remember this scenario yesterday? We have seen this in great details, right? What we said, server hardware is there. And on top of the server hardware, there is a server operating system. And why we are taking server hardware and server operating system to run applications and services. So whatever examples we have taken yesterday, like Phone Pay, Google Pay, WhatsApp, Instagram, everything comes under the application or services category. Okay. See, once you enable internet connection in your mobile phone will get a IP address. What is IP address? Okay, that's a very big topic to learn that we will see in coming classes. But as of now, you will get a number. You will get a IP address in your mobile phone. So how you are getting the IP address in your mobile phone? There is a service called DHCP running, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, that will assign the IP address in your mobile phone or in your laptop or in your desktop or in your server, wherever. So these applications and these services are running on server operating system. See, we simply cannot install applications and services on client operating system like Windows 10 or Windows 11. No, client operating systems are there to connect to the service, to connect to the application, not to install the application. Okay, fine. So this is what we need to remember forever. I repeat again, server hardware, server operating system, we are running applications and services, and as a user we are connected to those applications and services. Done. So we have this physical server here where we have run some applications. Now to store data in this particular physical server, we need to have something called storage. Now you might think here like your server is also having a storage. What is storage? In a general terminology, we can say hard disk. What is storage? Storage is your hard disk. Okay. So a normal server will have a hard disk for sure. There will be a hard disk. Without hard disk, we cannot install the operating system, right? So why we need to take a separate storage? Now listen, my friend. Server hard disk or server storage is used only to install the operating system or applications. That's it. We are not storing any data there, my friend. To store data, we need to have special machines known as storage machines. And these storage machines will be connected actually here. The storage machines will be connected to the physical server. And you want to see how this storage machine looks actually? Let me just show you some storage here. Your storage machine will get with some, tens or hundreds or even thousands of TB of storage in it. Okay, let me just go to internet directly. Let's say EMC is a very famous company that manufactures your storage devices. And see here, friends, these are your storage devices. Okay, this is much better here. See, this is a storage device, and what you see there are your hard disks actually. So what we do here is we will simply connect a storage device to our server so that we can store data. Got it? So we need a separate storage device here. Okay, great. Now what else we need here? Beside this particular storage device, we need to have some security here, right? So for security, what we need to have? For security, we need to have something called a firewall. Can we imagine a company without a firewall? Can we imagine a company's network without a firewall? Answer is no. We must connect our server to a firewall, or we must connect our firewall to our computer network. So what is the use of firewall here? See, the name says everything. Firewall is a device that will protect your network or protect your data or protect your server from unauthorized access. I repeat, firewall is a device that will protect your data or protect your servers or protect your applications from unauthorized access. It is something like a security guard. It will not allow any unauthorized person to connect to your server. It will not allow any unauthorized person to access any of your data. So can we imagine a server or a network without a firewall? Answer is no. We must have a firewall for sure. Okay. And if you go with physical firewalls here, my friend, physical firewalls will look something like this. Cisco is a very famous company for, manufacturing devices. And if you go with the firewall, this is your Cisco firewall, or any company will have a similar firewall. See here, this is your firewall machine. Okay, so it's a physical machine. It's a physical machine using which we can provide extra security, or we can provide security for our network. Okay. Now, what else? We need one more device here. This particular device is actually known as a router. Now again, see here friends, we simply cannot imagine a computer network without routers. Router is the device that will allow your communication from internet to your local area network. Local area network means people who are sitting over the internet, they want to access your server, they want to access your web server. So how communication is possible? Router is the device that enables the communication here. Without router, there is absolutely no connection, my friend. Let me just show you how routers looks actually. This is your firewall, and if you go with a router here, again, Cisco routers, see, they are similar. This is your router, my friend. All these are your routers. So Cisco routers or any other company routers will be there in every company, so that, you know, by using these routers, you can enable communication between your network and the other network. Forgot about internet. Let's say your company has many branches within your city or within your country or across the globe. So if you want to make communication between your India branch and let's say UK branch, or let's say India branch in Dubai, India and Australia, or let us say within India, let's say Mumbai and Delhi, Delhi and Kolkata, Kolkata and let's say Hyderabad. Then how that communication is possible? That communication is possible through this router. Got it? So see, beside a server, beside a physical server, we need to have a separate storage device, separate firewall, separate physical router. And who will manage this storage? Storage administrator will manage the storage. Who will manage this firewall? A security administrator will manage the firewall. Who will manage this router? A network administrator will manage the router. Who will manage this server? A Windows administrator or a Linux administrator will manage the server. So there are different jobs here. There are different responsibilities here. Every person will do their own responsibility. Every person will take care of that particular device or particular job. Okay. Now, beside this, we need to configure something called, users and groups. Users and groups. So what are these users and groups? See, when you say user here, user means a person who is working in your company. Who is a user? User is a person who is working in your company. And what user can do? User is a person who can connect to your server. I repeat, user is a person who can connect to your server and he can do some activities. Now, by default, in Windows server, there is a user with the name administrator. And by default, in Linux server, there is a user with the name root. These are the only two users we have. In Windows, it is your administrator, and in Linux, it is your root user. Okay. But if you go and see servers across the globe, maybe some hundreds and thousands of people are connected to your servers every day. And at least let's say 5, 10, 20 people in a very small company. That many users are connected to this server every day. So from where these users can connect? They are sitting maybe in their home, work from home, or maybe they are sitting in their office or in their particular cabin on their particular laptop. So these people are sitting in different locations and they are connecting to the server. But the question here is how these people can connect to the server. See, these people can connect to the server because their user account will be created in server. Let's say there is a user here with the name Ranjit Gupta. So Ranjit account will be created in server. There is a user with the name, let's say Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli account will be created in a server. So every account will be created in a server, then only that particular user can connect. Now I'm sitting in my home. From my home, can I connect to a server which is there in Microsoft or Google or Amazon? Answer is no, because I don't have any credentials to connect to those servers actually, right? I repeat, I don't have any credentials to connect to those servers. I'm just, a internet client that can connect to the web server of Google or web server of Microsoft or web server of Amazon. Can I connect to the database server? Answer is no, because I'm not working for them. I'm not part of that particular company. So in case if I'm working for a company like say ABC company, my account will be created in the ABC company and there will be a password and they will allow me to connect to that particular server. So these are some of the extra things we have in computer network, my friend. You can see clearly there is a server, but that server, there is a storage connected, there is a router connected, there is a firewall connected, and some users and groups are created. These are some of the very basic things. Storage is to store data. Firewall is to provide security to your server. Router is to make communication between two or more than two networks, and users and groups are created so that you can connect to the server and you can work inside the server. This is your physical server. I hope the concept is clear. Without this, storage, routers, firewalls, and users, you simply cannot access your servers. Okay, let me just show you one thing here. See, this is some network somewhere. You can see clearly there are some, servers here. There are some routers. There are some firewalls and all those things. So it will be built in this way. Now, this is your physical network. But my friend, once you go to cloud, now let us go to our syllabus here. This will be very interesting. So please try to be here. Okay, so once you go to cloud, so this is Linux administration. I'm not going there as of now. Okay, I'll go to some options here or some services. Let's say IAM, Identity and Access Management. Remember in this physical setup, we have discussed about users and groups. In cloud, we have this similar service known as IAM, Identity and Access Management. In this Identity and Access Management, we will see who can connect to our virtual server, who can connect to our cloud. See, once you create your AWS account, there is only one user here that is called root user. Beside root user, no other user will be there. So as a cloud administrator, what we need to know? We need to know how to create multiple users so that by using these users, we can allow people to connect to our cloud so that they can access the data, they can create some servers, they can install some applications, whatever. So IAM is a service where we'll be learning all these things. Okay, now if I go to a concept called security group or network access control list, security group or NACL, this is a concept that is about dealing about your firewalls. What is firewall? Firewall is a physical machine. If you go with a physical network, firewall is a physical machine where we can provide some security to the end users. Right? We can provide security to the users, or we can provide security to the end devices also, like servers and all those things, right? So that is your physical firewall. But once you go to cloud, we will see these things: security group and network access control list. Here we will see how we can provide security to our cloud infrastructure, the data which is there in cloud, or the servers which are running in cloud, how we can provide security by using these two concepts. Okay, now we have something called route table, internet gateway, NAT gateway. These are the concepts where we will see how we can do this particular routing concept. Remember, I told you without a router, we cannot imagine communication. So whether it is your physical network or whether it is your cloud network, my friend, without a router, we simply cannot allow communication between two different networks. So we have a router in our physical network. And once you go to cloud, we have some services called route table, internet gateway, NAT gateway. Without configuring this, no one can access your server which is running in cloud. Remember yesterday I told you, approximately 90% of web servers over the internet. See, when I say 90%, I'm talking about some millions and millions of servers. 90% of web servers over the internet, they are running on a virtual server, which is there in a cloud. So in every server which is there over the cloud, there is a route table, there is an internet gateway, there is a NAT gateway. Without these three concepts, without these three services, you cannot connect to any server. Let's say tomorrow you will be connecting to Netflix. Netflix is over the cloud. So to reach Netflix, what Netflix people have done there, they have created a route table there, they have created some internet gateway, they have created some NAT gateway. Clear? That's the way it will work. Okay. And what else we have here? Remember, we said there is something called storage. So if you go with storage there, what is storage? Storage is a device where we can store our data, right? So here we have some services where we can, configure storage, simple storage service. What is this? Simple storage service. This is a concept using which we can simply, take storage from Amazon or Microsoft or Google, and we can store data in this particular storage. Elastic Block Store, another service. It will take at least 4 to 5 classes for us in AWS to learn about storage. Got it? So these are the things we have beside our servers. So this is your physical server. It can be a virtual server, my friend. There is no issue. It can be a physical server, it can be a virtual server. But what is the thing we need to understand here? The thing is, beside these servers, physical or virtual, what are the other things we have? Storage, firewall, routers, users and groups, and many more things. I have just taken some, major services here are major components here. But beside this, we have many other things. So whatever things you do in a physical network, similar things we do in our cloud network. Okay, so this is our responsibility. As a cloud administrator, a company is expecting you to know about firewall. A company is expecting you to know about routers, users, storage, and many other services. Okay, I'll take one more example before I take questions from you, if there are any questions. For example, if I go to my Windows machine, there is a task manager here. And in task manager, there is the option called performance here, right? I hope you know this performance option. What we do in this performance option, I can go and check the memory usage here. I can go and check the CPU usage, disk usage, and all those things, right? I can check the performance of my computer. See, right now, memory usage is only 36%. I still have, nearly 65% available there, right? So this is good. My machine is working very smoothly. There is no problem in my machine. But if the memory consumption is, let's say, around 90%, I repeat, if the memory consumption is around 90% or 95%, my machine performance will go down. Obviously, it will go down. See how much I can handle in my hand, how much weight I can lift. Let's say I can lift 50 kgs. But if someone is asking me to lift 150 kg, I cannot lift that much weight, right? So obviously, my performance will go down. So the hardware resources we need to monitor every now and then. So this is about your physical laptop or physical desktop. In cloud, we have a service called CloudWatch. You know what we can do in this CloudWatch? Using this CloudWatch, we can simply monitor the resources which are running over the cloud. Let's say there are totally 300 servers running. Can we monitor every server individually? No. So what we do, we just go and we just go and use this particular service called CloudWatch, and it will take care of everything. So that is what we need to know. So this is the way the cloud is there, my friend. Whatever we used to have in our on-premise physical network, same sort of things will be there in cloud. But in cloud, we have many other advantages. What are the advantages? Probably we'll see tomorrow. But as of now, I hope you understood the, comparison here between your physical servers and the virtual servers. Physical servers, we need storage and firewalls and routers and many other things. So the same things are needed over the cloud, my friend. We need storage, routers, firewalls, users, groups, and all those things. And these are the things we are going to learn in great details in our regular classes. Okay. So as of now, if you have any doubts, any questions, feel free to send your questions in chat box. I'm here for at least, 5 more minutes. Okay. I hope you have seen your syllabus there. If you have any questions from your syllabus, feel free to, send your questions in the chat box. I always say this, I'm repeating again. Whenever you're in an online session, friends, try to interact with the trainer at least through the chat box. If you're not clearing your doubts here, you will not clear doubts anywhere. See, you can go and put a query in Google. You will get some response there, but no one is, explaining you there, right? It will be written somewhere or it will be there somewhere in a YouTube video. So when you watch a small YouTube video, you may get some more doubts there actually. You may get some extra doubts. So what you have to do here is whenever you are in a live session, interact with the trainer and clear all the doubts. If you take a doubt today, maybe for next 3 days or 5 days, that doubt will be like, a very big question for you for different services. Like, for example, we are in a topic today. Let's say I'm somewhere in this concept, like, let's say elastic IP address. If there is any doubt in elastic IP address, try to clear that doubt there itself. If you are not clearing the elastic IP address doubt, and when you go with something like VPC peering, or when you go with something like, security group, you will get many other doubts. Okay, so just try to utilize your time whenever you are, in a live session, just try to clear each and everything. Okay, friends, so this was some more basics of your cloud. I hope you are able to understand what exactly is cloud computing. Let me just I'll take you to my AWS account. In coming classes, I'll show you how to create this AWS account actually. Every person should have this AWS account to do all practicals. Without AWS account, there is no practical actually. So here we can go and search those services. So if I say CloudWatch, so here this is a service. What it says, monitoring resources and application. So I just need to go there and I need to configure that particular service. If I say storage service, let's say S3. See, this is its service, scalable storage in cloud. Okay, so if I say VPC, virtual private cloud, in this VPC, I can see the other services like you can see a route table here, you can see internet gateway here, you can see elastic IP address here, you can see network access controllers, you can see security group, you can see DNS, you can see all the other things here, right? So each and everything is available there, my friend. Each and everything is available in the form of storage. Excellent question, Raja. There is a question here. He says, so cloud is also a physical machine or a storage which will buy from a cloud provider like AWS. Exactly. Cloud, we have a physical infrastructure that we will see probably tomorrow or after tomorrow. We have complete physical infrastructure, but that physical infrastructure we will take as a virtual infrastructure. This is a very, confusing statement as of now, but hopefully tomorrow when we go with the virtualization concept, things will look more easier for you. But as of now, yes, over the cloud, everything is physical. But the difference here is those physical things are not under our control. See here, if you want to see the data center, which is there in cloud, maybe Amazon, Microsoft, Google, whatever. Can you see here, friends? This is your data center. And what you see the big machines backside, those are routers, servers, storage, and all the other devices. So in cloud also we have the physical machines. Amazon people have physical machines in their data center. Microsoft, Google, all the companies have their physical machines in their data center. So using those physical machines, my friend, they are providing these services to us. So one physical machine, it will serve hundreds and thousands of people. How it is serving hundreds and thousands of people, that is what we will see in our tomorrow session. But as of now, this is the infrastructure. See, some more cloud here. And what you see here are complete physical machines here. All these are physical machines, man. One more question. Is data center is where all the servers, storage, firewalls keeping place? Yeah, it will be there in the data center. So where are the data centers located? How to connect to the data center? These things we will see when we go with our, practicals. As of now, you can see all these data centers. One is in our country, Mumbai. There are two actually in India. One is in Mumbai and one is in Hyderabad. This is only about your Amazon data centers, my friend. If you go with Google, they have different data centers. Microsoft people have different data centers. Hmm? See, there is something in Malaysia also. There is something in Paris. There is something in Tokyo, Sydney, Singapore. Let's say your company is in Singapore, so you will select the Singapore data center. If your company is somewhere, let's say in Bahrain, you can select Bahrain data center. If your company is somewhere in, let's say, South Africa, you can go with this Cape Town data center. So like this, you have to select your data centers. Okay, friends, so that's it for the day. Like I said, this was your second demo session, and probably we have one more demo session there. And like I shared you this information, if you have any doubts or questions, feel free to contact me or the management on the given details.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
yeah, I'll just try to put the same information again here. Okay, so that's it for the day, friends. We'll meet again tomorrow and we will see how exactly the data centers in cloud are functioning. So that
Okay,
we
thank
can see like how things are working, and we can have clear idea about all the things that are there in cloud. Okay, when you
okay,
will be
sir.
starting Linux administration classes, Linux will start next week probably, Raja. This is purely AWS course, this one. And with this, we'll start Linux next week. Some people will come in Linux directly, some people will come in AWS directly. Both you have to do for sure. Which one you do first, it's up to you. As of now, we are starting AWS, so let's continue with AWS. And next week, probably close to this particular time, we'll start our Linux classes also.
Okay, so thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, right, fine. That's it for the day,
Have a
friends.
good
See you
day.
tomorrow, same time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.